Hey, this is Mutsa Badri, and in this video I want to challenge parents who are having problems with their child. As young as 1 year old to as a teen, you are struggling, your child is not listening, he's back answering, she's disrespectful, she's just not in control, and you're going crazy, and at the end you are getting so frustrated that you probably start yelling, hitting, or even verbally abusing your child. So I have a challenge, 3 golden rules that I apply to my kids. Being a parent of 2 kids, these are the 3 golden rules which I believe if each and every parent out there who's having struggle with their child, no matter what the age, you will get results. What I mean is you will be able to relate to your child, think like your child, and you will be able to help your child help him or herself. What are the 3 rules? These are the 3 rules which very difficult to implement, and lot of parents who are asking us questions that my child is not listening, he's 4 years old, and I just cannot handle a 4-year-old child. As young as even 2 years we get questions, also teenagers we get questions, and it really upsets me that how parents are really struggling. And it's not just the struggle of parents. Children are equally confused. They have no clue what's happening to them, and they are just reacting. And again, the media, devices, internet, and they're bombarded with so much information from all across social media that they have no clue what is right, what is wrong. So I want to help you as parents understand these 3 golden rules. And if you implement this, I promise you, you will get results. So what is the first rule? The first rule is when your child does not listen to you and you want the child to do something, right? According to you, your schedule, your wants, your time, and the child is just not listening and doing what you want the child to do. What is normal? Every parent is guilty. I was guilty doing this. You start yelling. The first golden rule. You start yelling. So now there's a difference between you say, can you please eat your food? Can you please do this? I would appreciate if you wear your clothes or study or do whatever your request is. That is communication. But we see parents don't communicate with their child anymore because they're so frustrated. They're like, how many times did I have to tell you? You're not doing this. You don't listen. You're like this only. And there's yelling, constant yelling. Now what happens is when you start yelling, your child shuts off. The first golden rule, stop yelling. The second golden rule is when the yelling continues. So you keep on yelling, you yell, and the child obviously does not feel good about him or herself, and he or she stops listening and getting what you really want. Anyway, you get more frustrated, right? So the yelling continues, and you add the third golden rule, which you should not be doing, is verbal abuse. And this is by far the most ridiculous thing which we get to hear from parents, where parents are calling their child, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you are good for nothing, why were you even born, and you're a disaster, you're a mistake, and you are making my life miserable. And these are the things which parents tell a 2-year-old, a 4-year, a 6-year. Do you realize, coming from a mother, a father, these words can literally kill the child's mind, emotion, upbringing, values. They stop loving themselves because they are hearing these things from the 2 most important person in their life, the father and the mother. And to the extremes, I've heard people saying, why were you even born? Right? I mean, I don't understand. If you have brought this child to life, a mother has kept the child for 9 months in her womb, and then maybe the father or maybe the mother is so frustrated with the child, there is no love, there is no empathy, and there's verbal abuse. I really want to help you, understand that verbal abuse is the second golden rule, which should absolutely not be done, no matter what the situation or circumstance, right? The third golden rule that all parents should follow is hitting. You should not hit your child. So when you start abusing your child and your child is not doing something, you're yelling, And then what else do you have? You know, he or she is not listening, they don't budge, they show you the hand, they give you the deaf ear, right? Very tempting to go and start hitting. So you hit the child, you beat the child, you pinch the child, you have something in your hand, you throw it at the child, and this verbal abuse moves into physical form. And most often the child, if he's young, vulnerable, the child cannot retaliate. So the child just kind of gets more into his or her shell and just does not want to communicate. And that just makes everything worse. So what I want to highly recommend all you parents out there, that please follow these 3 golden rules. Do not ever yell at your child if you're tempted. Communicate with your child. Just talk to your child, right? Just have request statements. I would really appreciate. It would be nice if you do this. You know, you're such a good, great boy or a girl. Why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Communicate with love and care. That child is your own blood, right? The second golden rule of when we talk about verbal abuse, you wouldn't allow anyone else to abuse your child, would you? What if I come and start abusing your child? You're an idiot, you're good for nothing. I promise you the parent will stand up and defend the child. You wouldn't allow a stranger to abuse your child. Why would you do it yourself? Now, we often understand that you probably are struggling with your own self issues. Parents are often struggling with their own marriage issues, financial issues, personal relationship issues, health issues. And that the entire frustration gets out or is removed, vented out on the child. Please be aware, if you are not alive and fearless, these are the 3 golden rules which you will have problem following. And the last one is hitting, right? Physical abuse on the child. What do? Sit with the child, you know, put your hand around the child, hug your child, kiss your child. How about that? Why wouldn't you do that? Now, I understand parents are going, you don't know my child. He's a brat. He's a monster. You know, we can't tolerate. We can't handle him. He is your monster, right? He is your child. The child was not born a monster, or the child was not born the way you are looking at the child. It is a constant observation that the child is looking at you. And if you give the child verbal abuse, you hit the child, you yell at the child, what are you expecting the child to give you back? Love, care, listening, understanding? Of course not. The child is going to give you back what you gave the child. It's like an open mirror. You hit the child, and I promise you, when the child is able to hit you back, he or she will hit you back. Because just that the child is naive and not strong, the child is not able to retaliate. So I really appreciate you watching this video. If you're a parent and still watching this video, please follow the 3 golden rules. I know it might be difficult in the beginning, but I promise you, if you keep at it, you will be able to do it. And you take it as a challenge. You know, I challenge all parents who come to me, ask me questions across social media. We get emails. And when I get into consulting, we find out that these are the 3 main things that the parents have to stop doing. And I challenge all you parents, if you can do this, I promise you results. If you stop doing these 3 things, if you stop yelling, if you stop abusing, if you stop hitting, and if you still don't get the results, then I will personally coach you for free. All right? If you do these 3 things, and if you don't get results, then maybe there's something beyond that. Call us and I will personally help you for free. But you have to tell me that you have done these 3 rules and you're sure that you're not doing these 3 golden rules. All right, I hope this video helps you parents out there. If you have your questions that you want to ask me, head on to murzabadri.com and opt in to our email list. You can ask your questions through the email that we send you. I hope this video serves all of you parents. If you know any parent who is doing these 3 things, please forward this video and maybe it helps the parent as well as the child as well as the entire family bring more love, peace and happiness in their life. If you have any other further questions, please post your questions in the comment box below. Follow my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to our channels. Stay alive, stay fearless, dream big and be an awesome parent. Thank you so much.